Alrighty.
Enjoying the sick beats of Donkey Kong. You sure you hit the right level?
I don't know, to be honest, my brain's kind of on autopilot since I woke up like an hour ago.
I like how they just loop the clouds over and over again.
Oh yeah, it's like you see like the looping.
Yeah, I know. Dude, that was like when I was in the looping over. And dude, the loop is so long.
Wait, what?
So like my screensaver on my computer has like a loop on it for like when it's like on idle. And I was like, fuck it. Let's see how long this screensaver loop goes. Dude, that loop went for like 3 fucking minutes.
It's like, damn, the artist got paid handsomely, and I see, like...
Yeah, honestly, like, what the fuck? Nah, thank goodness, I already have- oh, what the fuck is that thing?
My man's got a strut, like...
That reminds me of the one freaking
I can already tell
I
it
saw the
plays
other day.
slightly worse than usual today.
No. That reminds me of the one meme I saw where it was like, it's like female birds and they're like really boring and generic, and then like male birds and they're like really flamboyant looking.
It's because the male birds are supposed to entertain the female birds, like...
Now we gotta make ah fuck, what's the one species of bird? I forget what it was. There's like a specific species of bird where the male has to like, he has to like make his pad look amazing. And then the woman has to come in and judge. It was like we need to just instill that into like every person.
We need every man to
like,
do this shit. Make themselves self-conscious. Like ain't no bringing a woman into like fucking like dirty ass clothes and stuff. Nah, the crib gotta be looking slick as hell. Otherwise they leaving. Like,
dude, like the first time I saw, like, I forget which animal documentary, I think it was just like a documentary about birds in general, and I saw that, I was losing my freaking mind.
I learned a little too much about birds because of my like 8th grade science teacher was just like, you know what, class, like for today we're just gonna watch, I think it might have been a bird documentary, god damn it. But it was just talking about like all like the different types of birds and stuff like that, like the bird who like, you know, will just like come up to like the female bird and then like start dancing and stuff. They do like their mating dance and all that shit. It's like gotta impress the woman, but it's like another male bird can come in at the same time and then they're basically having a dance off.
I just think it's so hilarious.
It's like that one where it's like the bird being like, ah yeah, like their crib gotta be looking slick as hell, otherwise like the woman will just leave, and I'm like Well, that made
so
me really
funny
sad though, because like it was like a video of like the bird like dancing to like the woman, and like the woman was just like ew, and then just left, and then the bird got really sad, and I was like no, like
I know, it's like insane every time. You're just
like,
oh, okay.
and I just never forgot about that because I was so sad afterwards. So I was like
yeah, honestly.
like you just immediately stopped dancing, like oh. And now I'm sad again.
I don't know, man.
So sad, baby.
Oh my god. I remember I only started learning about birds because of like...
God damn it.
Well,
Every time.
I only remember that I started learning about birds because of that whole freaking thing that became like a meme. I think it was like in the early 2010s with freaking people making weird memes with the one bird where it was just like, ah, Becky's a hoe and shit.
Yeah,
and I was just like, what is this? And then around that time is when I started learning about like all these different kinds of birds.
Was it the same time as like the fucking the nature event, dude? What?
Oh, yeah. No, I was gonna be like, can't you go back and do the minigame now?
No, we've had this conversation like 6 fucking times already. I cannot, like, until I die, like it's gone.
You know, I think the reasoning why I keep thinking that is because fucking on the DS version you were able to.
No, you were not able to either.
Was it? Maybe it's that, or I'm thinking of a different Donkey Kong.
Maybe, like,
I
can't remember if it was. My brain. I can't remember if it was like that in like Tropical Freeze or something, but I know for a fact in the DS.
Oh, it might have been Tropical Freeze then.
Yeah.
Because I think we got the DS version of Tropical Freeze before getting
Did we? I like
one.
remember we played it before we bought the Wii one. Like
One.
I was like the Wii. But then I was like,
So-
was it for the DS that we
Yeah.
had it or like?
I don't think you want to pull that. I don't know how you're gonna get that. I like when Nintendo just goes like, oh yeah, you might die for this one.
See that? Like, see the camera angle? That's sudden death right there. Oh.
Fortune favors the brave. I would have laughed if you said never jump fast enough and then missed it. I can't do platforming.
I love platforming, but when I'm actually like, when everything's perfectly in time and not like, you know.
Mhm. It's funny how like when you're playing back to these games, because I always remember when I was playing these games, I would just try to rush through all of this. Like especially like when these start falling, I just like run through the whole thing. Now I just like take my sweet ass time.
It's like la 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 la. It's like it's literally that thing where it's like when you're a kid and you're just like, I just want to beat the game and like not enjoy it whatsoever. Except some certain people have like never left this mindset. So
It's very rare that I get like I feel like I only get like that with new games.
it's like I just want to beat the game because like there's like not really anything satisfying going on.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of funny because, like, you were talking about how you hate RPGs, but then you like Undertale, and I'm like, Undertale is literally an RPG.
I know. We have this conversation every time too, where I'm like, yeah, I know it's an RPG, but like, you know, there's like an actually interesting story going on and shit, and like, god damn it, I pulled
I feel like you just don't, you can't get up there now. Whew. He was gonna chompy chomper.
What's up,
I
Mr.
think you have to hop on that guy to get over there.
Come here. Nah, chance ruined. Oh boy. Grab you. More banana coins.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah! Kong!
Oh, look at him in the background with the Joy-Con.
I was like, where? And I looked up and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, what? Was he holding a DS and like the DS version? Like, now I'm curious. Like, I swear he wasn't there
don't
before.
remember. I don't remember, genuinely speaking.
Was he even there at all? Like, what the? So now Nintendo was like a little funny. Put that shit back there.
Fuck, which one was it? I think it was like one of the Mario games or something like that. Where it's like DS Island, and I'm like, yes, I do enjoy DS Island. Damn.
Just like everything in my life.
Meow.
Almost successful, but not really. Hell yeah.
Bananas.
Banana. Get more
Why is it
coins.
when you kill that bird, it sounds like an old lady?
Like,
That's literally what it sounds like.
god damn it. He blows his little fire bitches so fast that like...
That messes me up how like the one in the back falls before the one in the front.
Also, I swear, I could have sworn that like they screamed like way louder in like the DS version.
I am pretty sure they did.
Yeah, because like I remember them being like super fucking loud.
Because I think it was the same thing with Tropical Freeze.
So I remember it like kind of like spooked me as a child because they would just like scream and it's like I would always just play on like a lower volume.
Just so you can hear. in the background.
God damn it.
Damn. Even with Diddy. It's like, just for me.
Ooh. I was like, ain't no way it expects me to get up there, like. Eh.
And look at that. You restored your lives from the level that you lost like 90% of.
Don't worry, I'll lose them all again in the next one. Gotta rack up the lives before the next K stage where I lose them all again.
Oh, is it called Button Bash because that's what you're gonna have to do, or?
I'll play a little finger twister.
Oh look, a puzzle piece right there. Damn. I did not realize that was instant death.
That is so mean! What the fuck? God, I love this game.
I think the idea that they had was that you were gonna pick up the Diddy barrel and throw it.
Oh, no, I want to go in your mouth. Some bullshit! Anger. Yippee! Damn it. That was a risky. Should not have done that.
Mean, it's also risky over there. Like, it's like, did you want spikes?
No, that's fine. He came back. Yeah, because you could like keep infinitely jumping on him, but like I did it like you like insta kill him. So I was just like, wait, like.
It's like, wait, I needed you actually.
Gosh, I remember playing this level and dying like too many fucking times because I'm a dumb bitch.
Oh, they're hummingbirds. I'm like, what?
Oh, what did you think they were? Like, very large mosquitoes? Like.
I mean, you don't know. Sometimes these games, they'd be like, you know what we need? A new reason for people to be afraid of insects.
Honestly. It's like when me and my friend were talking about the one episode of SpongeBob. Like the wormy episode.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, I love that episode as a kid, except for the one part where they like zoom in on like the butterfly, I guess, and like it makes like that like horrible sound, like with it.
Oh, you mean the weird distorted buzzing noise?
Yeah, and I'm like, and it's like, yeah, I literally like did not want to watch the episode sometimes just because like that sound, and it's like I actually hated it like so much.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember you used to like flip out whenever I would watch it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's mostly because of like the sound that it made, and I was just like, oh, like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that episode was also like a, the heck was it? People used to talk about how like that episode used to be like the reasoning why they became afraid of butterflies, which perplexed me because I'm like, pretty sure butterflies don't make that noise.
Yeah, but it's just like, it was such like a weird sound to like put in like a kid show, because like kids can get like really overstimulated, so it's just like.
Yeah. Because like I'm pretty sure the sound is supposed to be like a fly sound effect,
but like
that
mixed
they
with
put
like a
on
buzz sound or something, like a bee or something, and it's just like, but it sounds like distorted.
Yeah.
Like, did you get a real fly and like put it up there or something? Because like this sounds like a horrible.
That's when you have to ask those like sound effect people how they make these weird noises.
They literally have like a show at like Universal. We could like see like how they like make some of the sound effects and stuff for like certain things.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was like interesting when like we went to go watch it, because I was like, oh wow, like, you know, some of them are very strange instruments to make like certain sounds of like, you know, household objects and stuff.
I mean, you can make a sound with like using anything.
Yeah,
it's kinda
and then
when
like
I was younger. And I learned that like lightning was literally just a sheet of metal,
Oh yeah.
Being shook at the mic.
No, it was like, what was it? It's like they like hit the metal to like make the lightning sound, and then like they shook it to make the thunder sound.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
It's like your whole life is a lie.
Oh my gosh, they went outside to like get like a, like the real like authentic shit. It's like, nah, they just like a piece of metal. Nah!
Okay. What the fuck?
I freaked out and I thought I wasn't gonna make it, so I like pressed the button to like, you know, like fly to like activate Diddy so I could like fly over it, but that did not happen, so.
Oh my god. I remember a while back when I used to play like Donkey Kong, you would watch me freaking launch myself, angle myself, and then fall right back into the barrel, and you're like, what the heck? I was like, yeah, I gotta maximize that. You always gave me the look of like, why would you do this?
Because like literally every time I would try to do it, it would just like, just fall. I'm like, oh,
You would
okay,
just
well.
have to get like your reflexes into knowing the arc.
Okay, well. Some malarkey, but I like disagree with that personally, but you know. Donkey Kong should just like extended his like ass out to it and be like, ah yes.
Look his whole ass all the way over there.
Come on, you could reach that, like.
I was like, what do you mean? They showed him, he's like tone deaf, he can't even understand music.
Bro's never listened to an instrument in his life.
Even though he had a whole game about him playing bongos. He's like, I don't know what this musical thing is.
God damn it. Why is my timing so bad?
I don't know, you're overestimating it maybe?
I like psych myself out and I'm like, I'm not gonna make it, and then I don't.
Just say you are gonna make it. Unless you need me to do that thing again where I'm not looking at the screen.
Stop looking, I feel pressured.
I always think about that every single time we would play games when we were younger.
Stop believing in me too, that makes me perform worse, like.
Okay, you're terrible at the game.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, thank you. He dies.
Dies immediately, it's like, oh, I'm just bad either way, like.
Let me just walk out of the room, maybe that'll change everything.
Just go silent, and I'm like, oh.
Oh my god. It's like they actually left.
Get in there! Bastard. Nice! I didn't even know that could happen.
What? What the fuck? I've never known that could happen.
Oh, he's so sad. Nah! I feel bad now, I don't want to kill him.
Respark and stuff, I guess.
I'm sorry, friend.
Becomes bald. Ah, yes.
No! Oh! Hey.
He just becomes so angry, it comes back.
Like, oh, no! I don't want to kill him.
We don't want to kill him, he's so sad.
I feel bad.
I have no idea what's going on here, buddy.
Whee! And now I'm pressured. Yippee!
Oh my god, look, it's all the peacocks missing their feathers.
The sad little chickens.
Just, why are they all missing feathers? Like, what kind of... DK.
No! First
Like,
try.
I love platforms when, you know, you have the DK. I feel like
God
the only
damn it.
platform that's tolerable... Oh my god. I feel like the only platform that's tolerable is Donkey Kong because of the fact that you have Diddy.
Oh yeah, it's like you gotta.
Versus like when... Like for me, it's like I played Mario and I get so fucking pissed off when I have to deal with Mario because I like Luigi's jumps better.
Because he literally jumps higher. Don't worry, you'll have the Mario purists be like, no, but I always just playing on easy mode. Get a real gamer.
I wish. You know how many fucking platforms you know for a fact is literally made for Mario? Like, there are some sections of the game where if you play as Luigi sometimes, not always, but there's some sections of the game where it's just like you try to jump as Luigi and Luigi like overestimates as a result, so then you have to like be like, ah, well now I need fucking Mario. You did it. What?
No! Nah, disaster! I
think the only platforms I usually like tolerate are like Donkey Kong and like Kirby. But like Mario is like the one platform that I get like super soothingly pissed off about.
Like Kirby straight applies, so it's just like, you know, it's Kirby. Everyone loves Kirby.
But then again, it's also because like I'm used to like the old Mario games, because like I remember when you started playing the old ones, you were like, why is it so hard?
I remember when I was a dumbass kid playing this level and I was just like, I don't understand, what am I supposed to do? Cause it kept bouncing off of their fucking faces and I was just like...
To be honest, this is like a whole trick shot thing.
It's like I did not like, my brain could not like, you know, deal with the fact that I'm like, oh, I have to like specifically aim for their mouths, not just hope for the best.
Face.
Then he's like, Donkey Kong's like, whoa.
Oh my god. Ah yes, bananas. Banana.
Hooray, I got all the puzzle pieces. Well, that won't happen for another 7 levels, so. What the fuck is the parrot for? Helps you find puzzle pieces now. Oh, rather.
Yeah, he'll just snitch. You're like, puzzles! You're like, oh, okay.
Oh yes, I'll come back for this later when I'm like struggling so hard on like a stupid ass like minecart stage.
Oh, I never understood about like the cranky, because like you have Cranky Kong, who is supposed to be like Donkey Kong's grandpa. So who's like Donkey Kong's dad then?
Exactly, like what pussy did like Donkey Kong come out from? Like
this is like Donkey Kong is a liar. it's like
just
Cranky
manifested into the jungle one day, like
they adopted him, like just like Diddy Kong. I feel like Diddy Kong is adopted at best, because like
he a whole different species, like.
That's what I mean, because like when you look at the Donkey Kong family, it's like they're all gorillas, but Diddy Kong is like the only one that's like a monkey.
Ah, yes, the adopted nephew.
Pretty much.
Oh! Whee! Not the direction I thought we were going, but you know.
It's a piece.
No! No! Ah!
Sound effect they use for him is also fucking hilarious.
I'm like, why would they make an animation for that? Like, who's actually gonna... God damn it.
Wow.
Who's actually gonna, like, sit there and, like, wait to, like, see his reaction? They're just gonna kill him immediately.
I don't know. Maybe because some people are like, you were like, I feel bad.
Yeah, because he starts looking around and then he just... Ah! Well, is it over here, a puzzle piece? Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, gently used.
Gently used.
Gently used puzzle piece.
Ooh. Ooh. To the beach!
Ah yes, I too would love to go through so much jungle just to the beach.
To the cliffside beach. Whoa! What the hell? I was rolling! It hits me.
I'm gonna have to get like a barrel and take it all the way back, clearly.
Nope. God dang it. Come on this way, you little piece of goddamn trash. So I can mess up the jump and then like cry about it. Hell yeah. Ooh, a puzzle piece too.
Can't reach checkpoint to checkpoint though. You must calm the donkey.
Oh my gosh, barely make it. I was like, how am I supposed to get the like?
I feel like, I mean, to be honest, I feel like there's always ways to get everything in some of the games.
Oh yeah, like there has to be a way, like you can't like, you know, Diddy's just here for like your convenience, not because like you actually need him.
Yeah. Like, thank goodness they're so honed in on me.
Right. 10 out of 10 accuracy.
You know, let me just smash this whole build, make them go under. Who's shooting at me though?
The crabs, I guess, like.
The crabs are like, screw this freaking Donkey Kong.
I did it again.
I don't think you need him again.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna send a very strongly worded letter to Nintendo.
Like, I'm gonna send a strongly worded letter. Why? Because I suck.
It's like, sounds like a skill issue to me.
I just imagine they send you back a letter being like, skill issue.
They probably would.
It's like, our wonderful company has made everything foolproof. Sorry, you suck. Just send like a message being like, American scum.
Well, did you ever think that maybe the game isn't for you, you goddamn American?
It's like, maybe you suck.
Who's rolling out these cannonballs? Like,
And you see the strong arm who's doing this shit, like.
eh. Ah, and there goes the other ship. Oh well. Just can't set off those ones, I guess.
I mean, I guess not.
In. Oh. Checkpoint. Before I die immediately for a stupid reason.
I mean, maybe at this point they'll get Diddy back. Or not. A puzzle. Oh.
I gotta get the end
go
again.
back and get the...
So you get the end first, and then you do the checkpoint, but now I'm stupid. Oh, how do I get that full piece?
Going backwards? Maybe?
I'll come back for the G later, so I can forget it. Nice. I don't like being shot at.
I don't think they care.
Please stop shooting at me. I rolled actually, but you know, it's fine.
Whatever gets you there, I guess. I like how when you're like Donkey Kong, they're like, ah yes, the ship, impenetrable. Oh my god.
Okay, well. Come on, you know, you can do a little work here, like. Whee!
Oh my god.
Down we go.
Take that, crabs.
Hooray, a balloon for my lives. I gotta rack back up.
Now let's see, did you get all the puzzle pieces?
No, not even close.
Yeah.
Hydration. Damn dungeon. Oh, I don't think I want to go in here actually.
It's like, might be a little moldy.
Oh my god, that was like the YouTuber who like made like a bread pudding or something with like moldy bread.
Ew.
And like he only did it because he thought the recipe wasn't gonna work. And then everyone in his comments was like, that's so, like, reckless and irresponsible of you, like, you're gonna make people think that, like, using moldy bread is fine and stuff like that, and I was like, if you think using moldy bread is fine, let me just tell you, it's natural selection at that point, like, and, like, there's so many people in the comments, too, being like, you just cut off the mold, like, it's whatever and stuff, like, it's like, no, like, the mold roots is, like, already gone through, like, the entire bread and stuff like that, like,
Oh, yeah,
if it's in a bag, it's already contaminated, and, like, it was just people being like, well, like, I've eaten a lot of moldy bread in my life, and I'm fine, and I'm like, yeah, clearly. Why?
But you were complaining about moldy bread, clearly. I just let people believe whatever they want at this rate, because
I'm like, man, I know there's like, yeah, symptoms of like, you know, people just being raised differently and shit, but it's just like, goddamn, like no one's told you like, hey, like don't eat moldy bread. That's like really bad for you actually, but like,
not even the older generation does that stuff where it's just like, I just cut around it. I'm like
no.
It's already like through the whole thing. Good, when I was younger, they used to say that. It's like, yeah, just, you know, cut around.
Just cut around the molded part, and it's like, no, that's not how mold works. Like, yeah,
You
I
already
can't
can
get that.
see it. It's already through the whole bread.
Yeah, like, it's like it's blooming out of the bread because there's quite literally no more room inside of the bread for it to grow. Like, oh. I don't think I've ever found this secret before. God damn it, every time.
It's like, sorry, I gotta go quiet. My doggo was like, I need help getting up. I'm just like, oh, okay.
The little Princess Pookie. Oh my gosh. Just gonna commit arson. Ooh. I was gonna say finally one I can't die at, but we're feeling amazing today. I see, like anything's possible. Like
Anything's possible, you know, like missing a jump.
for my dumb ass, like yeah.
Like an easy one. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the first time we started with this, the first thing you did was mess up on this easy one.
Don't ever tell me it's easy. That's like, it's literally like when like I'm only lucky in games when I don't know that the thing that happened was lucky. But the second I know, suddenly it will never happen again.
That you have lost the ability to have luck now.
This was literally me in like Splatoon, where like the gacha in like Splatoon is like, oh, you could like do like the gacha machine and stuff like that, and you can get like the gold banner, which has like a 1% chance of happening and stuff. And I didn't know this before like playing the game, so like I got it like first try. I was like, cool, a gold banner and stuff like that, and then someone on my server told me about it. And yeah, like, I actually did manage to get it like one other time, like after that, but like it was because like me and my friend were like joking when she was here, because she was literally like, because I got it, and then she like looked at me and was like, I was literally about to say, imagine you get the jackpot, and I was like,
oh my god. It's like I manifested, but not knowing.
yeah, yeah.
No, wait. What you told me. What a terrible job. You could have done it.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Hey. That's not very PG of me.
You can't say that on YouTube.com. You gotta say unalive so that I don't even know why. Honestly, that's much more triggering to me than like, you know, just saying I'm gonna kill myself. Like,
You get triggered just by saying like me whenever I hear like all the like I know why they are doing it. It's because of the weird censorship policies that will like demonetize them.
But it's so annoying as a viewer to hear that.
Exactly. I'm like, it's like, I gotta have like the censorship and stuff. You know, too many people are triggered by the word like the K word, but unalive. And I'm like, that triggers me. Like, what about me? Like,
It's like it kind of reminds me of that this one conversation I was having with someone about like the dumbing down of language and how like every single
it
time
actually makes me so soothingly mad that it's doing like the opposite of what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, like it like you would think that you would just find like a new, more sophisticated way
Of
to
saying
say that
it.
word.
Yeah, no, not dumbing it down.
And like, yeah, and like that's what I mean. It's just like a lot of people, because they want to like not. You can't use the big words because some people are not taught the big words.
Oh yeah.
So then it's just like
When they hear it for like the first time in their very adult life, they're like, oh my gosh, like you just
Yeah,
can't
they're
say
like,
those
"What?"
things, like.
Yeah.
But to like other people, it's like, that's all they heard their entire childhood, so like, you know, it like has zero effect on them, like.
Yeah. That's why like I always feel weird whenever like I watch, because of me and my true crime love, because I like watching true crime YouTubers. And it always like messes me up because like I'll know when the shift has happened because they'll do that.
Oh yeah, they start censoring like.
Does this bird run on spikes?
They just feel different.
But yeah, no, it always messes me up whenever I'm like watching it, and it's just like clearly like the person has been murdered, but then I hear unalive, or if they do put murder in it, they have to like mute the word halfway. So then I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, what?
And it's like, I don't know, like genuinely when I hear like people be like the unalive and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, I'm gonna unalive you, like.
Like Unalive or Grape and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
I was like, I feel like you don't realize how much you've taken away the severity of the situation by using these words.
Exactly, because it's like, it's not hitting the same anymore now. Like so, like you know, like it's like it has a completely different tone to it now and everything. So like you know, now you have like you're raising a, like the next generation of like these kids to like not understand that they're supposed to be feeling some type of way when people say these things and not like, oh man, that's crazy. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
word
but it-
dog and stuff like.
It goes back to the whole like needing to make money. So like for the capitalistic reason, you're like, I have to not say these words. But like for the knowledge reason, you have to say these words.
Yeah.
I wish you could just like slap educational on your YouTube videos to be able
Yeah,
to
and
be
then,
like,
like, it
this
should
is
be
why you
fine.
have to use these words. Cause like, it's like whenever like I always love watching YouTube documentaries versus like professional documentaries, which is like probably like the worst thing ever. But I like how some of it is like raw half the time. Like there's
Yeah.
something really interesting about like
They can't do that
When
on
you have,
TV
like,
because then they're like, you know.
yeah. Because like all the advertisers, I'm like, I don't care what the advertisers want. Like if the advertisers want to sell me their stuff that badly, they should care about what I want to watch.
That was like I was like watching like I was watching like the first episode of like Everybody Hates Chris. Mind you, they say a lot of things that are not appropriate for TV anymore. Things in that show, and like especially in the first episode. But in the first episode, like the narrator was like they make a comment being like, oh, that's our new principal. I wonder what happened to like a last principal. And then like it cuts to like the old principal being dragged out of the building and him being like, I didn't touch her and stuff like that. And I was like, and like the narrator being like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
The narrator being like, we can't tell you what he exactly did and stuff like that, you know, like per like the TVA reasons and stuff. And I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, we already know. Like, it just makes it worse actually. Where you're like, yeah, we can't tell you what happened, but it's like, hello there.
God.
Oh, thank you for letting me in.
It's a Goron. Anyway.
Yeah, but like I watched that episode and I was like, oh my god, and then I continued watching anyway.
Yeah, cause like we are like as humans we are like very morally curious. So like if we're watching something and it's like horrifying, that's why I always hate when people like make a big stink about something.
Like I kind of like it
I'm
though,
just
because I'm like it's being real about like you know like actual issues that like happen in real life instead of babying it down. So like you know,
Yeah.
it's like so because like then when it happens to like someone else, they're not gonna know, or like they're gonna be like, oh, but like it's not that big of a deal actually. Like I shouldn't like be treating it like it's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, that kind of reminds me of what was it? There's like this one. I forget if it's like a teenage book or if it's a children's book. I forget now. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But there was like this book that like pretty much explained.
Trapped in there.
There's like this book that pretty much explained like childhood sexual assault. And like, or like, not even that. It was just like, it was like a sex ed book essentially for teenagers. And like, there was like this thing where like this kid had pretty much pulled out like to the page and showed to their mom that their dad was doing this to them, and was like, oh my god. But it's just like, you need that ability to allow people to be able to, you know, figure that out.
Exactly. It's like, especially kids, because it's like the adults don't want to say it to them because they're like, oh, but they're just a child and stuff like that. Yeah, the like that is the one where the things are being happened to, like, and they don't know that. Like,
yeah, and like that's what it sucks, because it's just like, I understand that like you don't want to like take your kid's innocence away.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's better for your kid to know through you than it is for them to find out in some horrific way.
Yeah, for like it's like you're preparing them to like, you know, be able to like defend themselves and stuff like that. For God damn it. It's for like them to be safe.
Right there, buddy. Yeah.
And it's like when you like decide to just like baby them their entire life, then they grow up and it's like, then they don't realize that like the people around them are going through like these things and stuff like that. They can't help them at all because they don't understand like the severity of the situation or anything like that. Like,
yeah,
you know, like,
yeah, like I tell people, I'm like, you know, say what you will about me, because I have like a different way and approach to parenting, especially having like, you know, pretty much parent both of my siblings, and like it is much better. Like I still like, you know, I still think back to the day when I was explaining to your friend how periods work, and like their father got mad at me for doing so.
And it's like, yeah, but like what's the alternative? Then like she gets it,
like,
and then it's like, oh my god, I'm dying. Like,
yeah.
When she said she
like,
lucky had that moment anyway, but I was like,
which is hilarious. But still, it's just like she needs to have that knowledge, and the fact that her own parents were like, we don't have to tell you this. It's just like, no.
Her mom was
like, you can't.
Not ready to be to be fair. So.
But like, you can't rely only on just your parents. Like you have to have like other things. Like, it's annoying for you to be like, well, school should teach you this, but school also can't, like, you know, be intrusive with your kids.
Yeah, because like then it's another issue, because then if you're like Mom, my teacher told me about like how the penis works and stuff, then it's like, oh gosh, we're gonna have a talk with that teacher, like.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm like, you know, I'm not saying that we should just like do, you know, homeschooling, because I'm very against homeschooling.
Oh yeah, like absolutely, like no, like kids need to be like around like other like interactions
other kids.
and stuff. Yeah.
They need to experience life, even if it's like not in the ways that you would think.
Exactly, because like you know, like as much as like some people don't want to believe it, like experiencing life is also like experiencing like some other people's lives too, like at the same time, like.
And it's just like, and you have to take those moments to be able to educate your kid into being able to understand, like, you know, my actions have an effect on other people, or like, you know, freaking, like, you know, so and so is going through a hard time. Maybe I shouldn't be mean to them.
Yeah, like
it's
help them and
a lot
stuff,
of things.
That's like the one YouTuber I was like watching where like he was literally like talking about like the one like book of like Berenstain Bears. And in the book, like, it's like, oh, like, you know, like there's like this bully at school and stuff like that, and like X, Y, and Z, and like, you know, but like by like the end of the book, it's supposed to be like, oh, like the sister like learns that like this bully like is like the bully like just straight up like admits like, oh, like I act this way and stuff like that because like my parents like act this way towards me and stuff like that, like this is the only way I know how to act, like,
yeah,
because they're horrible to me and stuff, and then like I was like, what lesson are you trying to teach children here? Because then the sister immediately is like, damn, that's crazy, and then just leaves, and I'm like and I'm like, oh, like, I'm so sorry that happens to her. She's like, well, damn, my parents love me. And I was like, what the hell?
there's some like books that I remember growing up with that I'm just like, I don't know what kind of message you were trying to convey, but it was not the correct message.
I guess it was trying to be like, you're lucky if like your parents don't treat you like this and stuff like that. Like, you know, like your parents love you and stuff like that. Not these poor souls and stuff, like screw them. But I was just like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, it's like that whole thing and stuff. Like I feel like I literally remember hearing like I think it was like a Reddit story or something, or like on Tumblr, where it was like this kid like talking about how like when he was like 12, his like mom like made him hang out with like the neighbor kid and stuff like that, and the neighbor kid was like decently younger than him.
Oh, that's not a good time.
And so like, you know, he was like, oh, I don't want to hang out with her, like she's like way younger than me and stuff, but it's like, you know, and he's like, you know, like sometimes we just kind of just sit outside together and like just like not really doing anything. And he was just like, oh, like the one time we were just like sitting on like the curb and stuff like that, and like this girl was just like, I forget like what prompted like the girl like telling him this, but she was just like, oh, like does your parents like force you to like naked wrestle with them? And it was like, like
oh my god.
And he's like, and she's like, yeah, like my dad like makes me and my brother like, you know, like naked wrestle with him and stuff like that, and like, and he's like, you know, now me as an adult like realizing what she was talking about, like, oh my god and stuff like that, but he was just like, he's like back then when I was like 12, like he's like, I remember thinking, just being like, no, like my parents don't make me do that, like that's kind of weird, like, oh well, and like, you know, never said anything about it because he just kind of forgot about it later.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, like he didn't understand what was like going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but like this is why you need to like teach kids things and stuff like that, because like even if like she didn't know and like if he did, he could have like, you know, said something.
Yeah, and that's like the other thing too. It's just like the fact that that kid felt safe enough to bring it up is the other thing. Like, because kids, they will always, especially when they don't know, they will like know that the thing that they're doing may not be normal, especially with like the fake rules that we make in society.
Yeah.
So it's just like it feels horrible when these things happen, and it's like you can't help them because you don't know.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, like it's like these stories, like these parents who like have like their kids come home one day and I'm like, you know, like their kid is like also very unaware, but like they'll just be like, my friend told me that like, you know, this horrible thing happened to them at home and stuff like that, like just very casually, and then like the parents just like, oh, like,
It's like, should I call the cops sort of thing.
yeah, and it's like then, you know, like sometimes they do something about it, but it's like the child still has like no like awareness or like understanding that like what is happening to their friend is like bad either or anything like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
when you start dumbing down everything, then like there's like the consequences of what happens, like.
Yeah, they never learn, and then you kind of end up in this like weird scenario where
Exactly,
it's just, like,
so it's like
everyone's
the whole like dumbing
Yeah.
down of the like the language and shit like that is like, it's not protecting kids, it's protecting like the predators and stuff like that, like the people are inflicting like these things onto like these people. You're not helping like
Yeah.
anyone except for like the bad people doing these things, like.
Yeah. That's why whenever like people say that there's nuance to things, I'm like, I don't think there's nuance to things. I just think that you choose to not want to make a difference.
Yeah.
And like that's why you said that there's nuance to things. There are nuance to some things in life, but but a lot of things are not always like, oh, there's nuance to it. There's no way that you can tell
Some
me that
things are definitely like,
legitimately-
yeah, you should just take it at face value, like.
Yeah. Like, you know, people always like to be like, well, kids lie. And I'm like, well, a kid only lies if you teach them to lie.
Yeah, if you
Like,
give them a
it-
reason to think that they should be lying to you, like.
Yeah, like, I'm just kind of like, it's... Most kids don't lie because they want to. They might lie because of the fact of necessity. Like, kids will make things up. Like, you
Yeah.
know, because they're imaginative and stuff like that. But you will know when a kid is making something up.
Yeah, it like doesn't mean that they're like trying to like actively lie to you or anything like that. And either way, like why why are you like so quick to be like, "Ugh, they're just making shit up, like I'm gonna ignore everything they say from now on now. It's like, no, like because like what if it's like actually serious the one time and you're over here being like, oh my god, but I didn't know, and it's like, but you did low-key know. your kid told
But
you
you
this,
didn't
like,
because they told you.
yeah.
But you didn't take them seriously, and that's what it is. It's just
And then, like, they just try to brush it off as, like, well, you know, you can't always take kids seriously, and it's like, and this is why, like, your kid ends up, like, growing up and, like, just stops telling you anything because you didn't take them seriously as a kid, so, like, why would they grow up thinking that, like, you're gonna take them seriously all the time, like...
Yeah. No. And that was, like, the thing. Like, me and my one friend were talking about that because we, like, talk about... Because, like, you know, they love kids. But they don't want to have kids, of course. They love kids, but it's just like, yeah, like, you can usually tell when something is actually wrong with a child. Because, like, they'll also act differently, especially when something bad happens to them.
Yeah. Or either way, they'll just have, like, different reactions to, like, you know, like, their friends or classmates, like the way that
Well,
they'll be
it's either
talking
that
about their
or they-
lives and stuff.
Yeah. I have to go cat pick up my dog. Because he's like on the floor being like, I'm uncomfortable. And I'm like, yes, I know you're uncomfortable. Finally, I was like, that's it. I'm gonna have to, like, fully pick up your 75-pound ass. But no, that's always been, like, the thing that bothers me whenever it comes to, like, kids. I'm just like, kids are pretty smart, but you have to, like, understand that just because they can't fully understand adult things doesn't mean that you should never allow them to understand adult things.
Exactly, it's literally like when you were like, yeah, like a picture of, like, your girlfriend on your phone screen, and I was like, who's that? And you're like, I'll tell you later. And then you told me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, you know, just let people be people.
Like, it's just like, it's just so weird, because I'm like, the kid, like, has no understanding of, like, you know, those kinds of things and stuff like that, so it's like, if you just tell them and stuff like that, so they're at least, like, knowledgeable and, like, you know, just have it in, like, their head at least, like, it's like the whole thing where it's like kids are, like, taught, like, hate and, like, you know, to, like, be, like, racist and shit like that, like, they're taught those things, like, no one's just born that way, like.
Well, yeah, no, completely. Because, like, even when I was, like, a young kid, when, like, it was starting to become a little bit more accepted that gay people existed. But, like, when I was a kid and, like, you know, I didn't know anything and, like, I first heard about it, I was like, oh, like, the idea that someone could be gay, that was cool to me. I was like, oh, like, I didn't know people could just be different like that. And then, like, we moved to an area and, like, everyone's like, that's wrong. I'm just like, what do you mean that's wrong? They can't control that. That's how they are. Like, there was nothing in my brain, because I was never taught to hate, for me to be like, oh yeah, that's wrong. I was like, oh, you know, people are just like that. Like,
exactly, like that, and like that's how most kids are gonna react. It's like, oh, that's just the thing that can happen. Okay, like.
Yeah, like freaking.
Not like these like grown ass adults being like, no, like, you can't. It's sinful or whatever, and like whatever, like their random ass excuse is gonna be, and it's just like, man, shut up, like.
Yeah.
Because when you start saying stuff like that, then the kid's gonna go to school and then start spewing it to all their friends, like.
Oh yeah, that was like that one kid who was like the neighbor who was like telling you. What the heck was it that was super racist thing that they were telling you about that I was just like, what? And it was like the kid wasn't like that before, but because the dad just decided one day
it's gonna be racist, like.
then the kid started spewing the same shit, and I was like so shocked. I was just like, dude, like, what the hell? But it's just like, yeah, no, they learn from you. So, like, if your kid is like that, it is your fault.
Exactly, like, you are their role model. If you're gonna start acting like this, then they're gonna be like, oh, it's okay to act like this, like...
Yeah, no, and then it sucks because then, like, you know, later on in life, when they feel like, you know, people don't want anything to do with them, because that's what ended up happening with this neighbor. Yeah. Like, it was just like... Because you saw afterwards, like, the other people in the neighborhood wanted nothing to do with this guy, because it's just like, he was just so blatant about it.
Oh yeah, and then them like the 1 year just suddenly being like, we're German actually, and I was like,
I was just like, okay.
Like, and like, it's so funny because like he went to school being like, we're German actually and stuff like that, and like, he kind of had like some of like the same friends that I had and stuff, like at least like some of the people that I talked to and stuff, like he was like friends with these people, and the one like dude that I know he talks to him and stuff like that was talking to me about it, being like, oh, like he said he's German and stuff like that, and I was like, I've lived next to this kid for like years. No, the fuck he isn't, and like, and he was just like, oh, like, why would he just like lie about that? I'm like, I don't even know, like.
Well, that was the thing because I was talking to a friend about it too, being like, oh yeah, I remember out of nowhere he suddenly became Jewish after like so many years of like Christmas related things.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like they were just like suddenly like Jewish and stuff like that, even though yeah, like they were like celebrating Christmas, like.
I was just like, dude, what? I was just like, like I know you guys aren't Jewish. Like, you just acted this way because you got a little bit weird all of a sudden.
Yeah, and they were like, no, like, see, we're not racist, and it's like, wait,
it's like, dude, what the heck? I was like, that is a wild thing to do.
That's like the other like white neighbors that like live next to us were like, mom was like, I heard them being very racist towards like the Mexicans that live behind the house and stuff like that, but like, you know, they're not like racist towards like us or anything for whatever reason. So I'm like, do they not know or like?
No, because of how like, well, because of first you compared to me, you're like very pasty, so they just assume you're a white kid.
Yeah, but they've seen mom like, and she's very black.
Yeah.
Like.
and that's why it's because like most people don't know about Dominicans, so like the first inkling is to assume that we're black.
I guess like they're it's like yes, like the black mother and like their 2 white children.
With a white dad that doesn't speak English.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. I'm like, cause like they have to know because like mom's literally said that like the wife, I assume the wife who like lives over there would like will like say like hi to her like sometimes and stuff like that because like the dude who lives over there just doesn't want to interact with anybody, which like you know like fair. But it's like the wife is like nice sometimes and stuff like that, and like their daughter's like an absolute sweetheart because the one time when we were like putting up Christmas decorations, I like saw her like come home. She was like pregnant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she was just like waiting outside the door, like I guess like her parents like opened up, and she just turned to me and like very like, you know, was just like, oh my gosh, like hi and stuff like that, and like waved to me like being like super nice about it, and I was like, and I'm awkward and stuff in like public, so like I just like kind of stared at her and I was like, I feel so bad, like
I'm so sorry, I don't mean to be like weird. But
I'm just really awkward whenever people like nice pretty people say hi to me. I'm just like, oh yeah, like
it's like you see them drop dead gorgeous. Oh shit.
Oh my gosh, it's just like it's like I'm not like used to them like being nice and stuff like that, so then I'll just like sit there like, you know, kind of stare at them and shit because I'm like, oh, like I wonder what they're up to because I'm nosy like that, and then like and then when they're like nice to me being like hi, like how are you and stuff, I'm like I
was like, oh god, wait, I gotta commit. No, I like it's weird because with the neighbors that we had over there, it was like I was always interested in wanting to get to know them, but then they were like acting all kind of weird.
Yeah, so I'm like, are they just racist towards Mexicans or like?
I genuinely, a lot of Americans only know Mexicans. So
yeah, I guess so. It's like when they're like, well, I guess they had like enough like you know brain power to be like, well, you guys aren't Mexican, so like they just haven't had a problem with us. I
have no idea.
Maybe also because like we're like very quiet. I think that's all I care about, to be honest.
As long as you're quiet in like an all-white neighborhood, they're just kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but like since like the Mexicans will be blasting their music during the summer especially, which like dude, I don't really care. Like,
but that's because we grew up in Jersey.
That's what I mean. I'm used to the background noise. I actually get like kind of like mad when I'm in the backyard and like there's no music going on. But I don't have the confidence to play music like that. But you know.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I was losing my shit laughing though when I heard that family from behind freaking playing music the one day, and I was like, what kind of music are they listening to? And it's like extremely like ridiculous gangster rap leftist music, and I was like, I didn't even know this existed.
It's so funny because it's like they're so very clearly Mexican, but then mom was like, they gotta be like Dominican or something, and I was like, why? It's like because they're playing Dominican music. I'm like, I didn't know like you could only play the music that like assigned to your culture, and she was just like, shut up. I was like.
That would be like me listening to Britpop and then being like, oh, you know, as an American.
Like, Jesus Christ, I'm like, people can listen to other types of music, like, it's all in Spanish, so like, you know, they can understand it still, like.
Oh my god. I would have an understanding for that kind of knowledge if it was like Italian music, because Italian sounds completely different from other Spanishes. Because some words sound familiar, but other words you're like, what is this? And I remember the one time when I was watching I think it was The Godfather. It was either The Godfather or Goodfellas, one of the two movies. I was watching it, and I was like, at first I was like, ah, no, it's Italian. I don't understand what they're talking about. Then when I actually listened to it, I was like, wait, I do understand half of what they're talking about.
It's like some of it's like kinda like in Spanish and stuff, and then it's like, you know.
It's like some of it's a Spanish I know, the other some of it is not a Spanish. Oh, look, you got pinched.
I didn't take damage from.
And you got a little too close, I guess. But yeah, no freaking. It's the same thing with like, what the heck was it? There was like a meme that always like shows up in Spanish-speaking countries, which is like knowing Portuguese, knowing like South American Spanish, and then knowing like, what was the other? I forget if it was Italian or Spain Spanish, and it's like all of them almost sounding similar, but not knowing them.
Yeah, there'll be a couple of words where you're like, wait.
It's like, I kind of know what you're talking about, but also not. And I'm just like, yeah, no, that's literally what it's like.
Oh!
My goodness. My ass would have been rolling through this whole thing.
I sure wish if only I had Diddy. God, bastard. Alright, first try, let's go, gang!
Starts editing everything out first try.
First try!
I always love when YouTubers do that, be like, first try, and then just like do a compilation of all of the tests.
They're like, hell yeah, first try. It's like, shh, don't tell them, guys. Like,
The editor having a field day.
it's like the one YouTuber I saw who was like trying to be like, hell yeah, first try with like sploosh kaboom. And I'm like, bro, nobody gets that first try. Like,
oh my god, not even in my wildest dreams.
I'm like, you gotta be the luckiest person on the planet if you get that shit first try. Like,
imagine just every single one of them. I just like how this whole temple is just a reference to the old Donkey Kong game.
Hey, because of like the pictures.
It's like, look at what Cranky Kong did. So like, the other thing that always bothers me whenever I think about like the original Donkey Kong and this Donkey Kong, I was like, so like when you become old, do you just immediately be called Cranky? Like,
And we had the same conversation when we were playing Paper Mario.
did we?
Not with Donkey Kong, but like in the Goomba village when we were like.
No. Yeah. Hey man, I'm still a strong believer at how ridiculous it is that they indoctrinated an entire species of Goomba, and this one family is on the outskirts, just being like, we just don't like Bowser, you know, those bad Goombas.
We're different though.
I think what makes it funnier is that that they're like darker than the other Goombas. So then I'm just like, what?
Oh god.
Oh my god. It's like, you know, we're not those bad Goombas. And then like all the other Goombas are like whitewashed. And I'm just like, what?
Like, I feel like the game's trying to tell me something, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Dude, that was so wild.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to get pinched everywhere, huh? Oh. It's one of those levels, huh?
Hell yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, that's the end of
Yeah,
it.
good enough. You made it.
Yay!
It's like, I got the orb. Beep.
My sphere.
You did it. You got all of them.
That is the only K stage I'll ever get all of the puzzle pieces in it. To the boss battle! Well, that world was much faster than all the other ones.
Oh my gosh, the way Evan's lying right now, he looks like that one painting. I forget if it's Lucifer or Any Fallen Angel. The one where like it's the guy with his wings out and his face covered.
I do not know the painting you're referring to.
Damn, you uncultured swine.
Yeah.
Why did I take you to art classes with me?
Second sleep.
Yeah, honestly.
Donkey Kong, how did you survive? What happened to the balloons?
Oh, there's a push button on my face. Was he born like with the crown already on?
Right, like.
I don't know why this like Birdman's giving me like strong Cusco vibes.
It might be in reference to that, to be honest.
It's like
Not
something
like the
about
movie, but
the
like
color
the-
scheme and like the crown, like.
And you know, the crazy entitledness. Throwing bombs is new, but you know. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure once you throw the bomb in there, that guy is like cooked.
Right, like. It's like, oh god, like now why does he get a health meter? Like.
Like all the bombs in there don't explode into bombs. How strange.
Now they only get ignited after he throws them. Hell yeah, I'm so smart.
You better. So smart, missus.
Why is that airplane sound playing? Does he got like a built-in motor in there, or like? Where's the sound
Like I too
coming
become
from?
an airplane. I too become an airplane when I'm angry.
Oh god!
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Bro brought out a whole nuke, like.
He's
like,
oh, I
I'm
got
taking the
little
jungle
boy right
down
here
with
just
me,
in case
like-
you needed it. He's like, oh yeah, I have a whole atomic bomb here at the ready. Oh boy.
God damn it.
Oh no, you lost your boy.
Ooh. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
I did it!
Oh my.
I was like, oh hell.
He's like, ew.
I'm gonna break my controller doing that.
Just got a Twitch slap him out of existence.
Yeah, 15 hits, let's go! Whoa! And the day was saved thanks to Mr. Donkey Kong
good
Man.
slapping everyone.
We have killed an endangered species today. Ah god, the worst stage for my slight delayed lag.
Yeah, Delay's trying to complain about the stage.
Starts lagging. I mean, there's not that many levels in this.
I mean, you could do it. 2 for 1 special.
Oh, 2 for 1 special. I get tired halfway through, like, man, why'd I do this?
It's like 1.5 special.
I like lose all my like whole 40 lives, and I'm like, well,
On the first level.
yeah. I'm like, well, yep, no 2 for 1 special today. Like,
It's just like deletes all the content. We never did it.
wee.
Fix it in post.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll go back over there.
He hopes.
Oh.
I'm sure I'll go back over there and immediately throws you back.
I'm shocked he didn't like get it, like make it inside, like the. Wee. All right, let's go, my small child. Jetpack.
Like, thank goodness I have this jetpack.
Ooh, a lantern. Yeah, cause that makes sense.
I don't know how you blew it from there.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
I know that Donkey Kong has lungs of steel, but
He even closes his eyes and everything, like. Start like the longer you do it, you just start seeing him turn
the
purple.
lungs of a jazz singer over here. It's like it's from all the bongoing. He learned how to hold his breath while bongoing.
What are these, by the way? I feel like I could like them doing that. I feel like I'm gonna like give myself
I'm
a fungal
sure they're
infection or
supposed to-
something.
Pretty sure there's supposed to be some type of mushroom, but I can't really think of what mushroom they would be in. I'm trying to reference.
Good jump. Good jump.
I mean, it might be the puffer one. What the heck is it called? It's like a puffer shroom.
Oh god, I hate this.
Got a hang 10.
Miracle I didn't die immediately there.
It'll be like challenge accepted.
Don't worry, I'll spend the next 20 minutes on this one level anyway. Yippee. Yahoo.
Yahi. Wahoo.
Wahoo! If I missed it again, I was gonna...
I was fully waiting for you to grab both of them and then just fall. I was gonna be like, well,
Yeah, that was a very real possibility as well.
time to go back to surfing.
Ah, I can't use my jetpack on here. That's
Now that you're aware of it, you're gonna fuck you up now.
Eh.
Wow.
There are no words for how I feel inside. I'll rack some bananas up so I can get my lives back. Every time I'm gonna comically die in the next like 20 minutes. Yay. Let's go. Flexing these big ass tits.
I like how freaking Donkey Kong just essentially has the forearms of Popeye.
The second I miss that, oh, I'm gonna... I will be quitting and crying. What? I pressed the jump button!
Jump button denied.
I pressed the button and it was pressed, I swear.
I don't know, it just sounds like a skill issue.
I'm gonna be scratching my
making
desk so much I don't
excuses.
even have to cut my nails. I'm just gonna file them down from like my sheer anger.
Nails into the desk.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I look at gorillas, like, because like, you know, sometimes whenever someone's like, ah yes, draw me like gorilla. But whenever I see gorillas, it always bothers me, because I'm just like, why are their legs so tiny?
Why are they so top heavy? Like,
It genuinely bothers me whenever I think about it. I feel like there's probably some form of like nature documentary. I just haven't watched
there's a
it.
lore explanation, like how they evolved.
But like it always bothers me. I'm just like these like primates with the thickest arms.
Now I saw it there, but if I missed it, I was just gonna commit some war crimes or something. Like,
But I remember when we used to play Nintendo Land, and every single level was almost like this when it comes to Donkey Kong.
what do you mean?
Because I very vaguely remember Nintendo Land, but I remember that they had like all these like Donkey Kong levels or like Mario-esque levels that were like this. I don't
No, they had
remember if
the,
it
they had
was,
the
like,
one Donkey Kong game where it was the with the little like roly-poly thingy. And then you, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Well, I always remember it because of that.
And
Yeah,
that
I
game
just
was
like, I
some
remember it.
bullshit. Like,
That was the most rage-inducing game.
oh god.
Well, it's like, you know that platform you just walked on? Yeah, gone. Oh, okay.
Why is there not another checkpoint?
Because you can die.
Dun, 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 God damn it. My brain is gonna start numbing and turning into mush.
It's like, this is what happens when you think about doing a 2-for-1 special.
Ow, my ear is itchy.
Like now is the perfect time to have that issue.
Yeah. It's like whenever we're like me and my sister are like playing like Splatoon, Salmon Run, and it's like someone will be like, guys, my nose itches, and it's like, well, you better not take your goddamn hands off the controller. I'm gonna fucking smack you like.
Oh my god. Whenever I'm playing games, it's so funny because like you know how I usually play like RPGs. I'll literally get to a point where I'm literally just one hand playing. Like there are sometimes like I think it was like last time when we were playing Paper Mario to do like the recording and stuff for. That's literally what I was doing at one point. I was eating something while playing it one-handed.
Yeah, because they're like such like low effort games. It's like
No,
I quite
I've had a
literally only need
few-
like one hand.
Yeah, I've had quite a few games where I like that are like a little bit high effort where I've done it one-handed, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just doing it for the fun. Like Lord knows the people who are like disabled gamers who do things one-handed. I'm like, they are god. I don't know how you do this. Like constantly on like harder games.
That or just the YouTubers who are like, we're gonna do a challenge run today, and it's like one-handed gameplay, and they just cannot for the life of them do it.
Oh my gosh. I would love to. I'm pretty sure there's probably a YouTuber out there that has done it, and I haven't found them yet. But I would love to see someone do Bennett Foddy one-handed.
Some poor soul out there has done that.
I feel like someone has to have.
Yeah, that took like 30 less tries than I thought it was gonna take.
I always see like these crazy YouTuber challenges that make me like go into them, like the ones who are like, let's play this game, but like they have the heck is it, the electrocution thing?
Let's play this game, but in the most painful and like hardest way possible. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like every single time you fail, the electrocution goes up like a notch, and I'm like, why would you do this?
okay.
I guess just to be curious then.
Like, I don't know, whenever I see YouTubers do that stuff, I'm like, I feel like they just like... It's the whole like humiliation kink thing we were talking about earlier. I feel like the same YouTubers just like... I just like doing it because like there's no way I would never subject myself to like this shit. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
it's like,
Like,
I'd probably
there's one
do it
thing
for like
for
all like
talent.
5 minutes, and then the second it starts like not being funny anymore, I'd be like, yeah, no, like, and we're done.
Yeah,
like,
no, like I understand that it's like you're supposed to be like an entertainer when you do like YouTube and stuff, but I'm like,
But it
I
comes
feel
to
like
a
you should
point-
have some limit.
yeah, where it's like they're like suffering so badly that I'm just like, and you like see like how much like that they're just like they don't want to do it anymore. But they're like gotta do it for the
Yeah.
views and shit like that. And I'm like, it's not even entertaining to watch anymore. If you yourself think it's funny, that's one thing. But it's like,
Yeah. No, I genuinely, maybe it's because I'm a little too empathetic. You know, the world hasn't made me horrible yet.
oh yeah, no, like not
But,
like
like-
these people are like, oh, look at them, watch them suffer, and it's like,
You know. No, but like for me, it's just like maybe it's because I'm like a little too empathetic, but I genuinely feel terrible whenever I see YouTubers like suffering for their content. I'm like, please don't do it. It's not.
there's
worth
like
it.
there's
you
like a
have-
certain level of suffering where it's like, you know, like this stuff where it's like, you know, just watching
you
like
know, like you
YouTubers
failed,
be
and
bad at
it's just
games.
haha.
It's like, yeah, it's just a little like
Yeah.
silly and stuff like that. It's like it's not that serious. Like inflicting like actual bodily harm is just like, and like they get to the point where they're just like severely miserable afterwards, and like it's not funny anymore. Like,
Yeah, or like, you know, like a negative consequences comes off of it and stuff. Like I feel bad because it's just like I don't want that to happen to you.
yeah, like sometimes I just don't even feel bad because I'm just like that. Like the YouTuber would just be like an absolute weirdo anyway. So I'm just like it's just the stuff that they choose to do and stuff like that. But I'm still just here being like, it's just not like, you know, entertaining to watch at all. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, I just like, oh look, he's saying that you suck. No, but like that's always been like my sort of thing where it's just like I like entertaining content, like it's me, like I love learning and stuff like that. So like maybe I'm just like, you know, certain things. I can't believe you missed it. I genuinely cannot believe you missed that.
I'm
literally
literally
watched
like
you
so
just, like,
tired. I
Donkey
can't
Kong.
even be mad properly because I'm so shocked that I
literally
jumped
saw
over the palms of his hand. The
Kong's
mine
graze
kind of
across it, and I was like, what? Absolutely insane.
no, and we're done. Like that's enough for today. Like.
My god.
If I had face cam, you would have seen the absoluteness in which I just dropped my controller after seeing that shit and just started tweaking out because my god. I'm done. I'm done on this stupid game! Never playing it ever again! It will remain unfinished!
It's like, here is the unfinished Let's Play of Donkey Kong Country Returns.